you're constantly still living in fight or flight mode, which isn't good
Yes.
for your cortisol, which isn't good for your body, which everything's connected.
Yes.
And so I had my pastor, my mom's pastor, said to me, because I was telling him that I had a hard time really grieving. I
Mhm.
said, I'm good. I ain't got time to be doing all that crying. I'm not a crier. So then I would get mad when I would sit there and cry. And he said, well, God wants you to grieve. And I said, why? He wants me to go off and start going on a killing spree? Because that's what might happen. Okay. Like, do you really want that?
Right.
And he said, well, he wants you to grieve. He wants you to let it out, because when you do, number one, he's closer to you. He can be closer to you.
Yeah.
And number two, it releases all that,
Good.
the crying will release. It's just like when you work out, you feel better after you work out. So
Mhm.
it's the same concept. And I said, oh, okay. And I noticed that once I started giving into it and just grieving and crying or having the thoughts or whatever, allowing
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
I started to feel my body change.
Mhm.
And so I think when you suppress stuff, it's keeping you in fight or flight,
Yes.
which I have been told I pretty much, I think it was the womb healer
Oh, Angie.
Angie, I think she kind of was hinting to that, to me, about constantly being,
Mhm.
on guard. And
Yeah.
I know that I am. I
Mhm.
know that I am. So it's hard for me to be like, okay, and that's what I need to do in order to move out of this fight or flight, thing that I'm in. But I feel like this, most Black women are in fight
Right.
or flight
Yeah.
mode all the time.